You're listening to Have You Ever Wondered? It is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. I'm Chloe, and the title of today's episode is Live Music is Making a Comeback! I had to move back from the mic so I wouldn't peg it. Oh man, you thought I was excited about summer yesterday. Were you here yesterday? I was excited about summer yesterday. I'm still excited. But I think I'm more excited about this show than any of them, except for maybe the first one. I was so excited about this one that I had trouble sleeping. Which is not new to me, but particularly challenging when I have to get up at 5 to do this. Anyway, I want to start. Okay, so you guys, we've been living through a real life pandemic, like for real. Now, even though we're in the third year of this, I still sit back sometimes and marvel at what's going on and what we've been through. But we're making it. One day at a time, we're making it. And for those of us who make it all the way out of this, one day, these days are just going to be stories and memories. So as things open up a bit, one of the things that I have missed the absolute most, understatement, during this tumultuous time is live music. But live music is making a comeback. I gotta calm down. And I could not be more relieved. So from the top, I have to say, please be safe out there. If you're a performer, be safe out there. If you're a crew member, if you're in the audience, be safe out there. No matter what, the virus is still raging as I am speaking right now. I know multiple people personally who have it, like right this second. It's still out there, so be careful. I'm not going to tell you what that means for you. I'm not going to talk to you about a vaccine, about a mask, about a whatever. I'm just saying, please be smart, please be careful. So, with that aside, let's go back for a moment. Remember 2020? You know, like the first part of it? Before we knew it was happening to us. Well, the last live show that I went to before all this started was Silversun Pickups. Put them on your list if you haven't been. It was March 2020. And there was a buzz in the crowd during the show. I was there with my sister, who was very frequently my live music partner in crime. And we were saying, man, I wonder if we should all have masks on. And the people in the crowd were saying, I wonder if this is going to turn into a thing. Despite all that, we were thrilled to be able to enjoy the music. well, did it ever turn into a thing, right? And I'm so glad we went to that show. Because unbeknownst to me, that would be the last time I had the chance to see music being played live for over 20 months. That time was like living through a black and white horror movie. And yet, somehow, November 2021 rolled around. And several weeks prior, a friend of mine who lives in LA had texted me. She said, "Hey, I've never seen Tame Impala, and I've never been to the Hollywood Bowl. Tame Impala is playing at the Hollywood Bowl. Do you want to go?" Now, at that point, as I've said, I hadn't been to a show in over a year and a half. I hadn't flown in over 2 years. Yet, manifest destiny was calling out to me. "Go west, young man," it said. So I said yes. Besides, I had never been to the Hollywood Bowl either. Now, as for Tame, as they are affectionately known to many, who knows how many times I've seen them. Started in 2013 in Asheville, North Carolina, and then however many different places since then.
How are you guys going?
We're good. We're good.
Fucking really good to be here. Thank you for having us in your fucking beautiful, amazing place and city. Is everyone doing alright? You guys?
We're good. Woo!
You guys see alright? Everyone can see alright? Hear alright? What about all the way up the back? Can you guys?
Woo! We're here. We are here. All the way up the back. That would be us. I know. It always used to throw me off when I first used to go see them. I'm like, don't you mean how you doing?
This song is called Breathe
Now,
Deeper.
of course, if you've ever seen anyone experience their first Tame show, you know there's nothing like that. There's also nothing like experiencing your first Tame show, so if you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. And that trip was really significant for me for a number of reasons. The key factor was that it broke the seal on my live music embargo and let me back into a part of myself that had been achingly missing. got caught up in that one. Back to back. Another friend of mine who lives in California and is from LA originally did the same thing to me. Tobe Nwigwe is playing in LA Thanksgiving weekend. Do you want to go? So, as is now my custom, back I went. Now you can go and see the same band multiple nights in a row, something I've done many times. And even if they play the exact same set list, each performance will be different. The city might be different. The environment might be different. The day they had was different. The people there in the crowd are different. And that's just in small day-to-day changes. But sometimes larger changes are afoot. Sometime recently, Tobe Nwigwe, the artist you just heard, who performs very regularly with his wife, and up until very recently, their friend and longtime producer, Linnell Grant, seems to have parted ways with his producer friend, sadly. And unless something that we're not privy to changes, the last tour they did together might have been the last tour they'll do together. I don't know. Thank God I had a chance to see them perform live while I could. It was transcendent. No joke. See, live music is played by real people with real lives and real relationships and real things going on in their real lives behind the scenes. They're not just avatars pantomiming Spotify. They're human beings. And for all human beings, sometimes things change.
Yeah, but it's all crazy where we from. I mean, you just a man. When they won't come and you better take your game. Yeah, but it's all crazy where we from. Just a man. LA, let's go!
What I did not know at that time was that it would be another 6 months before I would have the chance to do that again.
I love it in America. Security's always super chill. Someone crowd surfs in Australia, you get taken off, like you're taken to the front, then you're skinned alive pretty much. And then they sell your skin in the tourist shops. It's actually fucked if you think about it. Anyway, I've got to tell you, it feels so freaking good to be back here after COVID. All that shit's done. Feels so good to see you guys again, you know? Someone's called Shut Up.
Alas, just a couple weekends ago, my dear sister and I made it out to see the Last Dinosaurs. They're a couple of brothers who started a band together over a decade ago, and they've just been plugging away ever since. And believe it or not, while we were at that show, we realized that the very venue we were standing in, watching our first post-height of COVID show together, was actually the same place where we had seen our last pre-COVID shutdown show together. Yep, that's right. That same Silversun Pickups show that I started all this with. And so the entire thing has come beautifully, agonizingly, full circle. So what now? Well, artists that I truly love are out touring domestically, internationally. So I'm stoked about that. I mean, like, just about everyone is out. So have you looked around for your people? Because they're probably on tour. I'm taking it one event at a time. That's how I feel about it right now. It used to be that anytime I heard about practically any tour for music that I liked listening to, and I had the time and the money and the inclination to go, if they were playing in, say, a 3-hour radius, it was a no-brainer for me. I haven't gotten back to that level yet. But I am inching slowly, excitedly, inexorably back toward this thing that I love so much: live music. And at the same time, it is inching back toward all of us. Pure magic awaits every time we get the chance to meet. And it's been far too long. Today's poem, which is by U.K. Sid, is supposed to be about a person, I believe. But I am dedicating it kind of to live music today. I won't say that you fill some kind of hole in my life, completing me. Because I was living just fine before you. But I definitely could not go back to living without you. It's more that it allows for the complete expression of me. Maybe that's a more accurate way to say it. Oh my word, I know you guys, this one has been longer than usual, but I had such a great time putting this show together. Normally, it's like into the evening before I start writing and researching the next day's episode, but I had a little extra time yesterday. And so I got started like first thing in the morning. And that meant that I had the freedom to think all day long, not just about the live musical experiences that I've just shared with you, but other ones that I've had in the past and ones that I'm looking forward to having in the future. It's been awesome. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it encourages you to support artists and musicians everywhere. Creating art was one of the first non-survival related things that humans chose to do. And that's not an accident. It's because, as it turns out, it is survival adjacent for many of us. Some might even call it survival related. A necessary joy. Welcome back, live music! We missed you. Please don't go away again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, don't hate on people just because they have their phones out during a show. Some of us can film and be enveloped by the music at the same time. We did it! Yay! Oh, I'm being way too loud. Oh, that was loud.